Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Happily Ever After for the Nintendo Entertainment System. We are on the fourth and final stage, Lord Maliss's castle. And the reason I'm standing here and killing off all these guys before I do anything else is because I want to get up to 9 hits. If you've been paying attention to the score, every time I beat one of these guys up, I get 1,000 points off these purple guys whenever I defeat one of them. And because of that, if you can just stand right in the middle and don't move any further, if you don't scroll the screen at all, you can get up to 9 hits in a matter of minutes, assuming you don't get hit in the meantime. So, I'm going to get up to 9 hits, and I'll meet you when I do. Be right back. Alright, we are almost there. Just give me a few more swipes of the magic cape. And here we go. At the very beginning, you want to go all the way to this door. Mother Nature will tell you to enter the mirror in the next room, but you're going to have to do a little bit of walking in order to get there. Also, if you just let the game sit there, you'll get this entire message before you continue. Otherwise, you can just skip it. From that first door, you want to go all the way to the left, take care of the lizard, and then go into the door you see there. From here, you want to make your way all the way to the right, take care of this guy, and then enter this door. From here, take the lower road, and into the door there. And from there, walk to the mirror. Tap the jump button very lightly so that way you can make it across these pits. And when you enter the door, walk all the way off the edge. That way you can go upside down. Keep holding right and you'll enter this door. Remember, when you're upside down, right and left are reversed, so you have to keep holding right in order to go left. Walk off the edge again, en route to this door, so you're right side up again, and then jump to this door. Wait until the door opens, and then walk all the way to the left. You are finally out of this maze. Now it's time to fight this suit of armor. When he moves towards you, you want to hit the attack button when the spear that he is carrying is right next to you. When you hit him, you want to back away, wait for the suit of armor to pull itself back together, and then wait for it to move forward again after it backs into the wall. Then hit it again. You'll have to keep doing this until you hit this suit of armor at least 4 or 5 times. Then you'll be in a boss rush. You'll take on the bosses of the first 3 stages. Same strategies still apply, and if you've managed to keep all of your hits, all 9 of them that you got, like I did, prior to this part, you should have no problem getting through these 3 battles. I actually had a little easier time facing these bosses. Now, you can use the Thunder ability to kill these bosses off much more easily in a matter of seconds. Especially the second and third bosses. But here's the problem. The Thunder ability can only be used a couple of times before it stops working, period. So, if you abuse it during the boss rush, you're not going to have it when you face Lord Maliss. But here's the thing though. The way the boss battle is, the 2 powers you got at the end of the 3rd stage are basically useless. Allow me to explain. After beating the 3rd boss, we get Lord Maliss. You want to stand where I'm standing. And move back a little bit and duck whenever Lord Maliss moves away from you. That way he doesn't land on you on the way back. You may take the odd hit here and there, but other than that, if you keep standing where I'm standing and keep swiping the cape, remembering not to press the B button too fast, so as not to trigger the magic menu, you'll be able to beat this guy without using your Thunder ability at all. All he does is just shoot out eye lasers, shoot at these little fireballs that go in a sine wave pattern, and just jump back and forth every so often. But as long as he's flashing from being hit, his projectiles will not fire. So as long as he's flashing, he can't hurt you. Which makes it easy to go from the start of this stage to this happening in about 7 or 8 minutes. You have defeated Lord Maliss, and you have beaten Happily Ever After for the NES. After the prince transforms back to his normal self, from whatever form it is that he had during the movie, it was the dark guy or something. I can't remember because I've never watched the movie. And the game never touches on the plot very much at all. You finally get a roll call of all of the Dwarfettes, one by one. Also, from what I've read, Thunderella has a different name. And Snow White says words other than thank and you for once. We then see Snow White with the prince one last time. And then we get the final score and the end. No credits or anything, just all that. So, how does this game stack up? Is this worth looking at? Well, it kinda is. It's pretty good for what it is, but it could have been better. If the attack frame had lasted for longer, if you didn't have to press B the instant something was right in front of you to attack them, and the range was better, and you had more frames in which the attack worked other than right when you press the button, I would have been okay with attacking every enemy, but as it stands, I just want to avoid fighting 80% of every enemy I fight in the game, or come across in the game. I don't like the fact that when you hit your head on a ceiling during a jump, you just drop straight down, like a boulder. That made that one jump, when you enter the second half of the maze, the part after you enter the mirror, so much harder. I actually died, well, not really died, but sent back to the beginning and lost a hit 8 times to that pit while practicing stage 4. I'm not even kidding. And I wish there were lives. I really wish there were lives in addition to hit points and continues. It would have made the game a lot more fair, especially to the children that this game would have been the target audience for had this game ever gotten an official release. Having hit points but no lives, and if you die you have to continue, especially when you have limited continues in this case. It worked for Ninja Warriors, especially when continues were infinite, but this game, no. Just no. Anyway, graphics look pretty good. You kind of know what stuff is. At least they're not terrible. I do like the music in this game. I find it kind of weird that some of the cave sections in the second and third stages actually use the character select music from Friday the 13th. I'm guessing they kind of use the same sound driver or sound font or whatever that Friday the 13th did, which is actually weird, and at the same time actually has something going for it. It actually makes the soundtrack sound a little better than what it could have been. It could have sounded worse. So music and sound is alright. Control is pretty good. I didn't really have gripes with the control except for the attack. Once again, I wish the attack frame lasted longer so that you didn't have to press the B button the instant something was right in your face in order to kill it. And the game really, really wants you to hold the A button down to get the highest, longest jump that you can with every jump. And when I play this again, unless I wanted to challenge myself again, not really. This game is kind of a endurance test and a level memorization test. Both of those things just rolled up into one. And I didn't really like that. That's really what it felt like to me. You just had to know when to back away. You had to know when to inch forward to get an enemy to show up. It really felt like a level memorization drill. And it even went down to knowing when exactly to press the B button, too. Again, that gripe with the attack. So, once you've beaten this, there's really not much of a reason to play it or beat it again, unless you really wanted to. That's it, really. Would I recommend this? Well, if you're curious about this game, I'm not going to stop you, but be prepared to be frustrated at first when you play through this game. It's just a military exercise in memory and patience and endurance. That's really what it was for me. Which explains why Corn Shack made it look easy. Speaking of Corn Shack, I want to thank him for doing the play it through, which led to me giving this game a second chance. Also want to thank NESplayer.com for basically making the story about this game and how to get through it, and even the ROM for the game itself available. And I also want to thank Sam Earl 13 for making a blog entry in his WordPress blog where he basically talked about the game and was basically my introduction to this game in the first place. I knew it existed, but it wasn't until recently, around the time that I made these videos anyway, I'm making these in June and these aren't going up until maybe July, that I found out that there was a prototype of this and that it did exist. So thanks to those 3 people / sites or whatever for that. And that will wrap up Let's Play Happily Ever After for the NES. Don't know what my next game will be. Hopefully it'll be something good. Hope it'll be something I'll enjoy. I mean, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I had hoped for, but I still feel pretty satisfied and accomplished beating this nevertheless. But I'm going on a tangent here. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later!